Hey guys, welcome back. In this What's for Dinner video, I'm going to be showing you 6 quick and easy meals. I hope you enjoy. First is a spinach tortellini soup. You're just going to need 1 pot, 2 cans of cream of chicken, and let's see what else I do here. Oh, about a tablespoon of garlic. Looks like garlic powder and onion powder. I will have this recipe below. A pack of vegetable soup mix, and this called for a box of chicken broth, but all I had was beef broth, but I couldn't tell a difference, and I thought it was really good, so I'd say you can use either. Some olive oil, I don't remember how much. Like I said, I'll have it linked. Some cheese tortellini. I added this whole bag just frozen to the pot. I also added the whole bag of frozen spinach to the pot. The recipe called to steam the spinach and drain the liquid off, but I did not see a point in doing that because you add in water later anyway. So instead of adding 2 cups of water at the end, I just added 1 and didn't drain my spinach. It was great. Everyone raved over this, and normally everybody likes my cooking, but they don't really say anything that often, but they did this time. My dad and my brother really like this. I let this simmer on the stove to medium to low heat, covered for about 30 minutes, and it was ready to eat, and it was delicious. Moving on, the next meal I did is breakfast for dinner. This is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to explain a whole lot, but I did cook my bacon in the oven, and I always do that. I just don't like standing over the stove. So anything with less effort, you know I'm going to do it. Here I'm just making some scrambled eggs. I always butter the bottom of my pan, and I always use this pan to make eggs. I don't know why. It's just, I like it. And like I said, breakfast for dinner is so easy. It's self-explanatory, but I put my eggs in, a little bit of milk, salt and pepper. I don't think I added in shredded cheese because I didn't have any, but I normally do. It just makes them a little bit fluffier. Okay, here I'm going to be starting my sausage gravy, and I don't know why I didn't get a bigger pan. Once I had this one, I wasn't going to dirty another one up, but just get a bigger skillet. This worked, but I would have liked to have had a little bit more gravy to sausage ratio, and this didn't hold it, so just get a bigger skillet. I just removed the sausage from the pan to leave all the good flavors in there because I am going to be making gravy. Still can't master my mammals, but I guess that's 92 versus 25. Okay, I added in a little extra oil to all that grease in there, and it was hot, and I didn't have a sifter at this time, so I just kind of had to put it in there, but my mama always uses a sifter, so I would recommend that. And basically, I will link my mama's video because my cousin did make a video of my mama making her gravy, and it's like the best. So I was actually watching it in this video, so I'll just do that because she explains it better. I know that she stressed not to burn it and to not let it get too thick. And I don't think I did either of those things, but it's still not the same. Once your gravy is to the right thickness you want, I just added it over the sausage and mixed it in. And this, I would have normally made like biscuits or something too, but I didn't have any. And really, I was just cooking this stuff up because I had it, and it was delicious either way. The next meal is roast potatoes and carrots in the crock pot. And I already have my liner in there. I would highly recommend using these. It makes for cleanup so much easier. You're just gonna need all this stuff right here. Let's see. Cream of mushroom soup, French onion soup, brown gravy mix, a roast, potatoes, salt and pepper, water, and baby carrots. And you'll just see me add all this in there. And I did add some mushrooms at the end. Okay, this was my first time making a roast, I think, period, in my life. And it took forever to cook. So I would highly recommend putting this in the night before and letting it cook, because it was like close to 10 hours.
One eternity eternity later. 3 days.
Next is the easiest meal ever to make, ever. Maybe it's just because I've made it so much. I'm just making spaghetti. This is my take on it. It can be made, I'm sure, plenty of different ways, but this is how I make it. And I was running out of spaghetti noodles, so there's a little bit of linguine noodles, so if you see that, that's what that is. I'm just adding in some oregano and Italian seasoning to my ground turkey and a can of mushrooms, and I like to put them in a little bit before to let them saute a little bit just to get a little cooked. And then once those are done, I will add in the sauce and a little bitty bit of water just to get the rest of the sauce out of the jar. And let that simmer, let your noodles finish cooking, and bread. And it's seriously the easiest meal ever. This next meal is kind of a different take on tacos and nachos. I decided to call it a taco bean nacho. That's my invention. But you just put a pound of ground turkey in a pan and fry it up like you normally would making tacos. Drain it, put the taco seasoning on. Here I'm making bean dip. I just use a can of refried beans and some white queso and microwave it, and it's like the restaurant. Well, not exactly, but pretty close, pretty good. Okay, once the ground turkey and seasoning mix is done, add in a can of kidney beans and let all that warm through, and once it is, just plate it and top with shredded cheese and sour cream and eat with scoops or tortilla chips. This last meal is called a sloppy Joe Casserole, and it's very, very easy to make. You're just going to need a pound of ground turkey, a can of manwich, a can of whole kernel corn, some tater tots or tater rounds, and shredded cheese. You're just going to prepare the sloppy joe like you normally would. Drain the grease. Then add in the sloppy joe mix, the can of corn, mix it all together, add it to a casserole dish, and top it with the potato rounds and the shredded cheese, and then cook it according to like the tater tot directions, and it is so delicious. Everybody I've ever fed it to has loved it. I enjoy cooking, and these What's for Dinner videos are some of my favorite to do, but they are hard for me to do because I do live alone, so this is like over 3 weeks of meals, and so it takes me a little longer to get all the footage, but I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for watching.